Good evening, everybody. My name is Debbie Singleton, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I come to you live Monday evenings at 7 p.m. There we go. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving holiday, and everybody had safe travels, and they came back, and they did some crafting, had some fun, and enjoyed themselves. I had a wonderful time. How many of you decorate before Thanksgiving and after Thanksgiving? Let me know in the comments. I decorate after Thanksgiving. Good evening, Mom. Thanks for joining. I like to decorate after Thanksgiving. I feel that we need to celebrate all of the holidays. So we do Halloween, then we do Thanksgiving, and I decorate after Thanksgiving, starting the day after. So all my Christmas decorations are up. I am a Christmas fanatic. Christmas is my time of year. I don't decorate for other holidays. Christmas is my season. I love, love, love Christmas. So the day after Thanksgiving, I put up all my Christmas decorations. My husband does all the outside and I do all the inside. And we have like 20 or so totes. I think my husband thinks I have more than that. I can't remember the count. But we took up half the attic and they're all Christmas. So yeah, quite a bit of Christmas. But I love Christmas. I love to decorate. I have a village and it takes up half of the house. That's all the living room. And I do snowmen and that takes up the family room. So yeah, snowmen are my thing. And then the village. So yes, but I love Christmas. So yeah. But then after Christmas, everything comes down and goes back up in the attic. So, but I do love the Christmas time. It is super fun. And yeah, I haven't even got my Christmas cards completely done yet. But I've been doing everybody else's Christmas cards for them. So yeah. But I'm working on them. I'm getting them assembly aligned and getting them done. So by the end of this week, hopefully I'll have them all done. Anyways, Stampin' Up! Has a lot of fun stuff coming out tomorrow. We have a new release of some online specials. We have one of the specials is we have some special DSPs, 3 new DSPs. Oh my goodness, they look beautiful that you can purchase. And it's till they're gone. And then we have some online specials. I didn't print the flyer. My goodness, there's just so much happening that I haven't even been able to keep up because I've just been so busy with other things. So there's just so much going on. But contact me and I can give you a rundown of what's happening. We are still in pre-order for us demonstrators to pre-order for upcoming mini catalog, which starts in January. So we can still order that, pre-order, and then you'll get to do that in January if you're not a demonstrator. So I'm still trying to catch up on that. And also pre-order online release is also in January, so we can pre-order that. So just tons and tons of stuff. So it's crazy. So that's out of the way. So then I was trying to think what I wanted to do for my card. And so, of course, the Snowy Wonder has been my favorite stamp set of the whole November, December, or September to December. So I hadn't done a live with that. So I'm going to do a live because it has, of course, a snowman. Now I did a card for my daughter. She asked me to do a card for her, and I did a card for her, and it has a penguin. So in this set, it has a penguin. She is a penguin fanatic. I am a snowman fanatic. So I did cards for her. My granddaughter came over, and she did cards with a penguin as well. So I cut out the cards, and she actually put all the cards together for her. So she's going to hand them out to all her teachers. So we did like 10 cards, I think, for my granddaughter. So we cut them all out, She stamped them and she put them all together. She had a blast. But again, we used the pink ones out of this whole set. So I was like, I'm going to do a snowman. So I was looking and I was like, oh my goodness, this lady did this really, I wanted them to be easy because I have to make like 25 of them for me. I saw some really cute ones and I did one for my card class that everybody did in my card class. It was a snowman, but it was time consuming. Everybody loved it. Everybody loved my card class that did them, and they did at least 10 of these cards, and they were amazing snowman cards, but I didn't want to make 25 of them. So I came across this lady. She had done Stampin' with Jenny Fitz, and so I kind of made this, and actually it is in the catalog. The catalog shows how to make certain cards, and so this design is in the catalog. It's on page 22, I think. Anyway, so she made it a little bit different. I tweaked it and kind of did a little bit differently than she did. But again, that's what you look for. Is you look for the design and then you tweak it to how you want it. So this ribbon is an old ribbon, and so I've had this pool party ribbon. I have a bunch of it, so I'm going to use it on my cards, but it is discontinued, so you can't get that ribbon. So I'm going to try to use the ribbon that's in the suite, which is this. Let me get this out here. So it's this ribbon here. It's called Pom Pom ribbon. And it's but it's so thick, so I cut it in half, and we'll see if it'll work to do it with what I want. But I'm going to send my cards out with this ribbon on it, just because it's just easier. I know they were very time-consuming, Mom. And when I made the card the first time, I didn't realize it, but oh my goodness, yeah, they were nuts, but they were super fun. So this one is not as time consuming, so it is a little bit easier. So, but I could just stair step it out. So I'm gonna try and use this pom pom and do a little bit something different to see if I can't use it. But at my cards, I'm gonna send this out. So this card, normally I do a card that opens this way, but I'm gonna open this card this way. We're gonna open it like this, and then inside I'm gonna stamp Merry Christmas and and I'm gonna stamp some of the snowflakes. So to get the snowflakes on this piece, we're going to use the snowflake stamp that comes in the Snowy Wonder. And I used Pool Party on my piece of Pool Party. So just stamp randomly on your piece of Pool Party. Let's get that out. So our first measurement, let me get that out of the way. So this card piece is 11 by 4 1/4 scored at 5 1/2. So that gives us our card base. Let's just score that and get that just out of the way. All right. Then what I did before we stamp, I'm going to get this all out of here. So that's going to give us this piece. Then the white piece on the top. So that's going to be, this piece is our 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then I embossed it with the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder, and see how this is all, it's got some snowflakes and some little, what looks like snow dots on it. So that's going to fit on top there. And then we are going to use a piece of white again, just plain, that we're going to stamp on. That's 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to go on the inside. And then we're going to use a piece of the DSP that's from it is from the suite, and it's called snowy scenes. And this piece is 2 3/4 by 3. Okay, so that's going to build our layer. And then our pool party piece is 2.5 by 3 3/4. All right, so we're going to stamp on this, and we're going to use so these are 2 separate little snowflakes, and I decided I'm not going to stamp one and then go back and stamp another. So I just put them on one block, and it makes it easier. So stamp our pool party. All right, and I'm going to put this piece of paper. You can stamp right on your glass, but I don't like to do that because you can just wipe it off on your glass mat. So I'm just going to come in here. Let me see, yeah. And then we're going to just randomly stamp. And I usually just kind of flip it around. Oops, I didn't get that one all the way stamped, but it'll be okay. There will be something on there so you won't even be able to see that I didn't stamp it all the way. Okay, that looks pretty good. Also, I'm not going to put a piece of paper, a piece of designer series paper on the back of the envelope. I have everything in my room from my front room. So much stuff from my front room in here. Yes. So instead of putting a piece of designer series paper, I stamp the snowflakes on the back of the envelope as well. So that gives it kind of a nice little touch as well. So we're going to just randomly stamp on the back of my envelope also. Okay, so I put this underneath over here. Okay, then that's our envelope flap. And then we need to fill in some of the fillers, and there's also these little dots. So there's little dots on this. There's the snowflakes, and then there's the little dots. Well, that's what we're going to do as well. So let me clean off the other side so I don't get ink all over me. Okay, so in this set just has everything. So in this set, I used these two snowflakes, and then it also has these little dots. So I just put the little dots on the other side of this. So, sorry, I wasn't in. So I use those two to stamp, and then here's the little dots. It's just one big thing. So now we're going to fill in on my pool party. And, you know, I'm just kind of going to randomly put some dots. You can put as many or a few or whatever you want. So now it looks like snow is falling is what it looks like. So now there's our background. So what we just did is we just made our own DSP basically. And you can do that on your envelope as well, or you could just leave it. And I'm going to just leave my envelope just like that. I'm not going to put any dots on my envelope. I'm going to just leave it. Okay. Oh. All right. Now we're going to put our Merry Christmas. And I didn't do that. I also put these little if I did. Snowflakes on the inside. So let me stamp these before I put that away. I did one at the bottom, and then I did one at the top. I'm going to switch that up. You can put them anywhere. You can put more. You can do whatever. Then I stamped my Merry Christmas, and I stamped that in garden green. The Merry Christmas, I believe, is from the reindeer set. It's not in this set, but I think it's from the reindeer set. Okay. Did that a little, I don't think it's quite straight on my block. I have to fix that so it's not quite as crooked on there. Okay, I'm going to let that sit, and then we're going to put together our card. All right. I'm going to put together a card piece so we can glue the white piece. And again, since you do 3D, it has a bumpy side and kind of a flat side. So I'm going to put the flat side down. So we're going to glue that flat side. And it's not going to have very much of a border, so you have to kind of be careful and just fit that in there because it's going to have just barely a border. You just want just a little bit of green showing all the way around. You just want the green just to peek through. All right, while I had my green out, I should have stamped. So I did this little this is for the saying, and I am going to put "Let It Snow" on the front, and that does come in the stamp set. I'm going to stamp it in the garden green. Alrighty. Okay. This piece, again, it's the DSP, and it's 2 3/4 by 3. And we're going to put this kind of at a diagonal. We're going to glue that, and see the other side. That's really cute. You can cut these globes out. Super cute. This paper is amazing. All right, so I want to kind of I think that's how I want it to sit. And then this piece is going to go straight. All right, then I already cut out all the other pieces. I already cut out the snowman, but I didn't fix his nose. I didn't. So I just took my Stampin' Right marker and I just colored his nose because he has to have a nose. I cut out one of the trees and I cut his little hat out. And these are all in the die sets, and then this is in the, so we're going to assemble him in this. So I actually glued the tree, but I put dimensionals on the hat. Baby dimensional on the hat, but then I put big dimensionals on the snowman. All right. Now, since I did this a little bit differently, I'm going to see if this is going to work. I had another piece of this. All right, so I'm thinking I want to do this. Yep, that's going to work. All right, so I'm going to put a little piece of tape on the back. This little double-sided tape. This seems to help me place this all right, so let's fold this again. So all I did was take this thick pom-pom and cut it down the middle. All right, and then I am just taking this and just making a little loop like so. And I want it to sit on this Let It Snow. There we go. Okay, and then I want it to lay down here. So, all right, so now we're ready to put our snowman on. And our little hat. And then I glued the tree. And then I glued this, but since I put this on, I'm not sure that gluing it will work. I think I might have to put dimensionals on this. So let's put a dimensional and a dimensional. See how that works. Okay. Well, that looks kind of cute, huh? Okay, and then we can put the inside. Just glue that. And this is your regular 5 1/4 by 4. So we're going to have a border around. All right, there's our card. And like I said, I used on this one, I used discontinued, and I don't like to usually show discontinued, but I had put that together. And so I tried to use this pom-pom, but it's really hard. You can't make a bow with it. It's really hard to make a bow because it's so thick. And then if you're going to mail them, you can mail this with a bow on it. So I don't really know how to use this because this is like a really thick bow. I mean, you can't make a bow and that looks crazy. So I'm not really sure how to use it. So I'm just like, yeah. So I like the bow, but so I might put the bow down here a little bit better because I like the bow. So, or I might just maybe loop that down a little bit better. So, but yeah. So I just kind of did this one just a little bit different. So there's your card for tonight anyways. But I might loop this up. Maybe I'll loop it down. So, you know. and get it looped like that, because this is really hard to work with, though. I haven't worked with it very good, but all right. Well, I hope everyone has a great rest of their night and their rest of their week, and I will see everybody next Monday. Again, there's a lot of fun stuff happening tomorrow, so shoot me an email and get in touch with me, and I will give you all the information on all the upcoming fun stuff that you can order and fun things that are happening. And I will see you next week. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.